Subscribe to the Minor Detective channel, also hit the notification bell to get notified every time I post a video. We all know that PUBG Mobile is a mobile game, right? But now Tencent has expanded the limits of it. And now you can play it on your Windows PC too. But not everyone has the same specifications on their PCs, right? So what's up guys, Kushal here, and in this video, I'll show you the best settings for the Tencent gamebuddy, as well as the PUBG Mobile sensitivity settings, which plays a big role in this game, right? And I can assure you that it will help you to increase your killing skills. So without any further ado, let's get the intro and get into the video. So first of all, you need to have a PC with Windows installed in it. And you need at least an Intel dual-core processor, 4GB of RAM, and a normal GPU like Nvidia GT series. But a GTX series would be better. Also, it will work for the AMD users, but they need to have a graphic card installed in their PCs, because AMD doesn't have an integrated GPU in it. But if it is a Ryzen CPU, then you can run the Tencent gamebuddy without a GPU. Okay, now then, let's go to the actual procedure. So if you know the Tencent settings and you want to see the sensitivity settings, then you can skip the emulator part. So first of all, open up your PC browser like Chrome or anything else and search for Tencent gamebuddy. Now click on the first link and click on the yellow download button and install it. As I already installed it in my PC, so I am skipping the installation step. Hope you guys know how to install an application on PC. After the installation, open up the Tencent gamebuddy and click on the 3-bar icons at the upper right side of the screen. And then click on settings and then go to the engine tab. Now here's the tricky part. You might get confused on this screen, right? Don't worry about it, just follow my steps. Under the render section, if you have a graphic card installed in your PC, then you can check on the DirectX Plus. Or if you don't have any GPU installed in your PC, then you can click on the OpenGL Plus. But I would recommend you to click on the smart mode if you're not sure that your PC has a graphic card or not, so it will set the emulator to OpenGL mode or DirectX automatically. Then there is the render cache option. You can enable it if it works perfectly, but if you see any texture glitch in your game, then just disable it. Same for the enforced global render cache. If it works fine, then make it enabled all the time. Then there is the prioritize dedicated GPU. You should enable this if your PC has a dedicated GPU installed in it, so the emulator will use your GPU to make the game more smooth. Then the anti-aliasing section. What it does, it makes the game texture more smooth. So if you have a beast PC with a medium or higher-end specs, then you can check the ultimate option. But if you have a potato PC like me, then check the close option or maybe the balanced. Under the memory section, there is auto, 512MB, 1GB, 1.5GB, 2GB and 4GB. Well, it depends how much RAM your PC has. So if you have 8GB or even more than 8GB, then tick on the 4GB option. If you have 2GB RAM, then select the 1GB, and if you have 4GB, then select the 2GB option. So the software will use that particular amount of RAM. Under the processor section, there is again auto, 1 core, 2 core, 4 cores and 8 cores. So if you don't know what is it, well, it's the processor core count. And every processor has different cores. To see how many cores your processor has, just click the Ctrl, Shift and Escape button on your PC and it will bring up the task manager. Then go to Performance and click on the CPU tab. And here, you can see how many cores your processor have. So again, if you have 4 cores, then you want to select the 2 cores option. If you have 2 cores, then select the 1 core. No matter how much cores you have, just select the half of it and you will be good to go. Then under the resolution section, it has 4 pixel size, 567p, 720p, 900p and the 1080p. So it's all up to you. If you have a really bad PC with some really low specifications, then you might want to select the lowest one. Or if you have a beast PC like you have GTX 1060 or 1070, even a 1080 Ti, then you can select the 1080p. But it works with 1050 Ti too. I can play it at 1080p, but sometimes there is some frame drop because the higher resolution you choose, the better specs you need. Now under the DPI section, don't touch it anything, leave it as it is. Now go to the game section. Again, it has the same option, and if you want to play it at 1080p resolution or even in 2K as it officially supports 2K, then you need a GTX 660 GPU or a GTX 1060 or even higher to experience the smoother gameplay. But if you have a cheap graphic card with a cheap processor, select the SD 720p and select the display quality to smooth. So it was the emulator settings. Now let's open up the PUBG mobile game and mess up with the actual sensitivity settings. So this preset I'm gonna show you was created by my friend, and he personally tested these settings playing PUBG for 3 to 4 hours. And I also tested it with several game modes like sniper training or quick match and even with classic, and it worked like a charm. So if you have a gaming mouse and you play PUBG on a 1080p monitor, then you always wanna set the sensitivity settings as low as possible and set the mouse DPI to 2000 to 3000. You can also create a low DPI if you have the feature to shift DPI. It helps you while scoping. And if you have a normal mouse, then you always want to set the sensitivity preset to medium. That should do the trick. For this video, I'm showing the settings for those mouse which has 3000 plus DPI. So make 3 levels of DPI. One should be the 450, which will be your shift DPI for scoping. Another 2 will be 2000 and 3000 DPI. Now then, go to the sensitivity settings and follow my steps and change the values exactly how am I showing. Once you're done, you can play an arcade match to check out your skills. And for those guys who don't know which mouse I'm using, well, I'm using the Logitech G102 Prodigy, and it should work with another mouses too, which has 3000 plus DPI or even of 2400 DPI. So that was pretty much of it guys. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, then drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and must share this video with PUBG lovers. And I'll see you guys in the next one.